At 6 feet 11 inches and 250 pounds, Tim Duncan was one of the most dominant power forwards in NBA history. Despite his quiet demeanor, Duncan's impact on the game is immeasurable. With 5 NBA championships, 2 MVPs, and 15 All-Star selections, he was a cornerstone for the San Antonio Spurs for nearly 2 decades. But how did Duncan rise to such greatness? In this video, we'll explore Duncan's prime years, his early life, and how the big fundamental led the Spurs to basketball immortality. Timothy Theodore Duncan was born on April 25, 1976 in Christiansted, St. Croix, in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Growing up, Duncan's first love wasn't basketball, it was swimming. His sister, Trisha, was a member of the U.S. Virgin Islands swim team, and Tim aspired to follow in her footsteps, dreaming of competing in the Olympics. However, everything changed in 1989 when Hurricane Hugo devastated St. Croix, destroying the island's only Olympic-sized swimming pool. Forced to find a new passion, Duncan turned to basketball. Despite his late start, he quickly showed promise. He attended St. Dunstan's Episcopal High School, where his height and work ethic made him a standout player. Despite his raw skills, college scouts were hesitant. That is, until Wake Forest's head coach, Dave Odom, saw his potential and offered him a scholarship. Duncan's college career at Wake Forest was nothing short of remarkable. From 1993 to 1997, he transformed from a raw prospect into a dominant force. He was a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year and a 2-time ACC Player of the Year. Duncan led the Demon Deacons to a 97-31 record, securing their place as one of the top teams in the nation. By his senior year, he was the consensus National College Player of the Year. In 1997, Duncan declared for the NBA draft and was selected first overall by the San Antonio Spurs. From the moment he stepped on the court, his impact was undeniable. He averaged 21.1 points and 11.9 rebounds per game in his rookie season, earning Rookie of the Year honors. Alongside David Robinson, Duncan transformed the Spurs into a formidable force, leading them to a 56-win season and a deep playoff run. The 1998-99 season, shortened by a lockout, was a pivotal year for Duncan and the Spurs. Under the guidance of coach Greg Popovich, Duncan's fundamental skills and unselfish play were on full display. The Spurs finished with the best record in the league and stormed through the playoffs. In the finals, Duncan dominated the New York Knicks, earning his first finals MVP as the Spurs won their first NBA championship. His performance in Game 5, with 31 points and 9 rebounds, sealed the deal for San Antonio. Duncan's career was defined by his consistency. He was a double-double machine, known for his bank shot, defense, and leadership. Over the next several years, Duncan continued to lead the Spurs to success, winning MVP awards in 2002 and 2003. His calm presence on the court and in the locker room set the tone for the Spurs' culture of excellence. In the mid-2000s, the Spurs formed one of the most iconic trios in NBA history with Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili. This trio, combined with Popovich's coaching, led to 3 more championships in 2003, 2005, and 2007. Duncan's performance in the 2003 finals, where he averaged 24.2 points, 17 rebounds, and 5.3 blocks per game, is still considered one of the greatest finals performances ever. The 2003 finals against the New Jersey Nets showcased Duncan at his best. In Game 1, he scored 32 points and grabbed 20 rebounds. In Game 6, the clinching game, Duncan recorded a near quadruple-double with 21 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and 8 blocks. His dominance on both ends of the floor was unparalleled, and his leadership was instrumental in guiding the Spurs to their second championship. The 2004-05 season was another chapter in Duncan's storied career. The Spurs finished with a 59-23 record, securing the second seed in the Western Conference. In the playoffs, Duncan led the Spurs past the Denver Nuggets, Seattle Supersonics, and Phoenix Suns to reach the NBA Finals. Facing the defending champion Detroit Pistons, Duncan's resilience and skill were on full display. In a grueling 7-game series, Duncan averaged 20.6 points, 14.1 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. In Game 7, he recorded 25 points and 11 rebounds, earning his third Finals MVP and leading the Spurs to their third title. The 2006-07 season saw the Spurs return to championship form. With a 58-24 record, they entered the playoffs as the third seed in the Western Conference. Duncan's leadership and all-around play were critical as the Spurs defeated the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Utah Jazz to advance to the finals. There, they faced LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Duncan's experience and poise were evident as the Spurs swept the Cavs in 4 games, securing their 4th championship. Duncan averaged 18.3 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 3.8 assists per game in the finals, further cementing his legacy. In 2013-14, Duncan, now a seasoned veteran, led the Spurs to their 5th championship. The Spurs' beautiful team-oriented style of play was on full display, and Duncan's leadership was crucial. They defeated the Miami Heat's Big Three in 5 games, with Duncan contributing significantly in every facet of the game. His mentorship of younger players, like Kawhi Leonard, helped solidify the team's future. Duncan retired in 2016, leaving behind a legacy as one of the greatest players in NBA history. His career averages of 19 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks per game only tell part of the story. Duncan was the ultimate teammate, a player who put the team first and led by example. Tim Duncan's career was not just about stats and championships. It was about the way he played the game. His fundamentals, work ethic, and humility set a standard for all players to follow. Even in retirement, Duncan's influence on the game is felt, as former teammates and coaches often speak of the lessons they learned from the big fundamental. Duncan's defensive impact was profound. He was a 15-time All-Defensive Team selection and won the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award. His ability to guard multiple positions, protect the rim, and communicate effectively with his teammates made him the anchor of one of the best defensive teams in NBA history. His understanding of positioning and timing was unmatched. Offensively, Duncan was a master of the fundamentals. His bank shot was legendary, and his footwork in the post was textbook. He could score with both hands, and his passing out of double teams was elite. Duncan's basketball IQ allowed him to adapt his game as he aged, remaining effective even as his athleticism waned. Duncan's leadership extended beyond his play. He was known for his quiet but effective mentorship of younger players. Stories of him staying late to work with teammates, offering advice, and leading by example are numerous. His relationship with Greg Popovich was foundational to the Spurs' success, with Pop often referring to Duncan as the greatest player he ever coached. The legacy of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili extends beyond their championships. They exemplified teamwork, selflessness, and a commitment to excellence. Their success paved the way for international players in the NBA and set a standard for how the game should be played. The trio's influence is still seen in the Spurs organization and in the broader NBA community. Tim Duncan's career is a testament to what can be achieved with hard work, humility, and a dedication to the fundamentals. He transformed the San Antonio Spurs into a dynasty and left an indelible mark on the NBA. Thank you for watching Goated Sports. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other content on NBA legends. Click on this video next to dive deeper into the careers of the greatest basketball players of all time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content on the greatest athletes in sports history.